All right, reboot, rewind. Here we go once again tonight. Sunday night action for your RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company K&N Series heads to ISM Raceway out here, Phoenix. Hot and heavy, that's right. You can look at the weather out there right now. Check it out right there. Track temperature 107 degrees here tonight. That's going to be a tricky track for a lot of these drivers to try to handle, try to get the mechanical grip that they're going to need to get through the corners here tonight. It's going to be very interesting to see who can get the job done right now. Steve Baker sitting on top of the speed charts as this happy hour begins to wind down. Less than just 30 seconds remaining. So with that being said, we'll head off into your point standings here tonight. Your championship standings look a little something like this. Coming into the third race left in this season here in the Light Electric Company K&N Series. Katie Osmond sitting at the top of the point standings, just a little bit, well, about 110, 120 points ahead of second place Lance Yancey in that 77 machine. Tight battle between him, Brian Mescal Jr., Brian Littleton, Brandon Medford, Brian Snare, and Eric Blount right there, all grouped together. Thomas Light also right there inside of your top 10. As happy hour comes to a conclusion, we get set to go qualifying here tonight from ISM Raceway. Do appreciate all the race fans joining us once again here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So we'll go ahead, throw that on out the way as we get things fired off and ready to go here tonight from ISM Raceway. I am Darkside Dave of the Cave here in the Turn 3 Racing Network booth. Glad you could all join us. Looks like Kendall Levron, one of those drivers to jump out there on track here in qualifying early 10-minute session here tonight in the Light Electric Company K&N Series 4, the Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110 here from ISM Raceway. And I am going to try to put something out there to let everybody know that what had happened, and maybe some of the viewers may not quite know where things are at right now as Kendall Levron goes top of the speed charts. Quick time, 28 flat. My goodness, that's I bet you can't duplicate that right there. That's a pretty good time right there. Levron coming around second time lap now, looking at a second place. Sorry, trying to do some media relations aspects right here as we watch Kendall Levron in that number 8 machine cross the line second time. Where's he going to go? Not back to the top of the speed charts. We'll check in with Chris Medford as he begins his second time lap. Medford goes all the way to second. Osmond, familiar man to the front of the field. There he is once again back at the front of the field. Top of the speed charts right now. Quick time, 27.85. Chris Medford going to cross the line, 27.93 last time by. Where will he go this time? Can he improve? Yes, he does. Quick time right there for Chris Medford, 27.85 for that number 84 machine. So he's going to go top of the speed charts. Dustin Ping now out there on his timed laps. Dustin Ping going to bring his qualifying to an end. And I'll tell you what, let's see if we can't go out there. As about the 3-minute mark remains, let's see who else is out there. Looks like Zachary Taylor, a.k.a. J.R. Hager, out there on track now in his number 28 machine. Bringing it up to speed. Brian Littleton going to cross the line, slot into the 9th spot here in qualifying as just about 3 minutes into this 10-minute qualifying session. We have got 15 drivers on the board right now. We've got about 30 drivers here total tonight. Jimmy Hetrick begins his time lap, and I believe that 00 of Roy Hyde, he's on his traditional backwards lap. We'll go back there with that 00 check-in with him here in just a moment. We're going to continue to watch this 28 of Zachary Taylor make his way around the track. Where does he go? 12th position right here, first time lap. I tell you what, let's check in now. Yep, there it is, backwards. The man himself, the 00 of Roy Hyde, getting the job done backwards here today. And you can just hear that engine just whining out right there. Check back in up here with Hager, or Taylor, I apologize, here. The 28 coming around turn number 3, back across the stripe. Where is he going to slot in? Can he improve that 12th position? He can, but only to 11th. Jimmy Hetrick going to slot in 14th. And looks like there's only one driver out there on the track now, and that's the backwards man himself, Roy Hyde, the 00. Man, I tell you what, car looks good. Even backwards, still looks pretty good. Slotting in 18th. Imagine that, last on the speed charts with his backwards lap. Quick time right now still remains a 27:85. Brought to you by Chris Medford and that 84 machine. He's had a heck of a job. A heck of a time lap right there. Actually, just a few hundredths faster than Katie Osmond. Have to go about 3-4 numbers deep to determine the actual quick time right there, tying as far as the timing and scoring showing. So it's off there about 3-4 tenths or numbers down the line, not tenths. Oh, Roy Hyde almost into the outside wall. Coming in off of turn number 4. Hot. Backwards 65 miles an hour. Backwards here at ISM Raceway. Roy gonna bring it back to a spin. And well, looks like that may be all she wrote here in qualifying. Doesn't look like there is anybody else out there on track. Doesn't look like anybody else is going to be running here just yet. So I tell you what. Trying to look to see if we've got anybody heading to the cars. Doesn't look like we have anybody heading to the cars. So with that being said, looks like we're going to stop for a brief moment here, reset, reload, get things set, ready to go. Green flag racing here from ISM Raceway. Got a little new feature here with the ticker. Going to scroll through for you here tonight. Hope you all enjoy it. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, pay a few bills. You know how that goes. Do want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Once again here for the Lighting Electric Company, RFC Next Gen, Arkham Menards K&N Series for the Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
so proudly railed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Jets flying over. You know what time it is. It's race time once again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company Arkham Menards K&N Series. Tonight's Disaster Relief Food Ministry 110 about to kick off. Chris Medford taking the pole position. Your starting lineup looks a little something like this. Starting inside row number 1, pole position, the 84 of Chris Medford. Just to his outside, your points leader, the 88 of K.D. Osmond. Dustin Ping and Steve Baker going to make up row number 2. Row number 3 will be the 45 of Brian Snare and the 83 of Brandon Medford. Row number 4 here tonight, the 77 of Lance Yancey, followed by the 8 of Kendall Levron, and rounding out your top 10, the 80 of Brian Littleton and the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Row number 6 here tonight, the 28 of Zachary Taylor and the 98 of Thomas Light. Row number 7, Tyler Hilton, Jimmy Hetrick, Chevy Pace car gonna duck out, gonna scroll through the rest of your starting lineup. Go ahead and kick that out the way because we're getting ready to go green flag racing once again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network and the Light Electric Company Arkham Menards K&N Series. Down into turn number 1. Your pole sitter has a brief moment, not gonna have the lead out of turn number 1. K.D. Osmond, high, wide, and handsome, gonna snatch that race lead away from Chris Medford. Back down into the dog leg, or turn number 2 as a lot of people call it, and there you see that green highlight on K.D. Osmond's name. He is your points champion, and pretty much all he's got to do is finish inside the top 20, I believe, and he will sew up the championship. There you see Brian Snare, Lance Yancey, as well as Brian Mescal Jr. all highlighted in red. Those are drivers still inside your top 5, still technically with an outside shot of possibly taking the throne away from that 88 of K.D. Osmond. We'll just have to wait and see how it all shakes out as we continue green flag racing here. Lap number 4 set to begin as the field crosses the line that time by. K.D. Osmond still has Chris Medford in tow. Dustin Ping right there sitting in 4th. Brian Snare hot on his trail. Dustin Ping also right there, as I said, running in the 4th spot. He has a few drivers just behind him trying to take that spot away. Brandon Medford right here. Brian Mescal Jr., Lance Yancey just behind Medford, getting a little bit loose coming out of turn number 3 that time by. Then it's a little bit of a side-by-side battle back there between Brian Mescal Jr. and Kendall Levron. They're going to sort that out. Zachary Taylor, Matthew McMeekin back here through the back of the field. These drivers, they're still trying to sort it out 2 and 3 wide. At times, Brian Kaufman also back here in this scrum. Tyler Hilton also, up in the wall goes Hilton. Hilton scraping the wall for a minute. He gets it down and off of the wall. Now Roy Hyde in the 00. He's going to make his way by Travis Smith, Travis Arthur also right there with this pack. Damon Cox in the 57 machine down there hugging that bottom line. Gonna cut the dog leg this time by, and that dog leg being open really helps these drivers carry a lot of speed down to this. It's a pretty flat turn number 3 right here. Lets them roll the center really well. Eggshell back onto the throttle and put the power down, and hopefully it doesn't break loose. Matthew McMeekin there, you seen him in that 24 machine making the pass on the 57 of Damon Cox. Green flag still in the air up at the front. Battle still remaining between your top 5. The 84 of Chris Medford sitting in second. Steve Baker right there in third. Dustin Ping in fourth, and rounding out your top 5 as they run, Brian Snare. So all of your top 5 in the championship points running inside of the top 10 right now, and that's just that's why they're there in the points. No real chase here in the RFC Next Gen Light Electric Company Arca Menards K&N Series. Old school points here, so every point matters, every race matters, and Katie Osmond with a few wins to his name this season. So Osmond with 2 wins to his name. Steve Baker with 3. Chris Medford also joining the multiple win club with 2. And then it is a who's who of race winners here throughout the rest of the field. Hilton, Hyde, Baker, McMeekin, Vandervoort. Baker. I already said Baker. Snare, Mescal Jr. All of those drivers with a race win. So multiple drivers with race wins so far this season. And I tell you what, big news coming out for the Next Gen Racing, going to be kicking off next season after the new year, and the Xfinity cars gonna be a heck of a show right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And once again, Darkside Dave will be the voice of Next Gen's Xfinity Series. Still working out all the details, title sponsor names, and things of that nature. We'll see how all that pans out. But right now, we're still trying to figure out who's going to win tonight's Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110 right now. Katie Osmond in that 88 machine looks flawless once again. Started outside of pole position, took the lead on lap number 1, and has not looked back. Looking right now at about a half a second race lead. And right behind him, Chris Medford, Steve Baker, they begin to battle for position. That's going to bring Dustin Ping and Brandon Medford into the mix shortly. Brandon Medford just a few more car lengths back, about 2/10 off of Dustin Ping's bumper. So it's going to take just a minute for Medford to get there, but when he gets there, he's going to bring Snare, Lance Yancey, as well as Brian Mescal Jr. Brian Littleton a little bit off of the pace right now, running in the 9th position. He finds himself 2.5 seconds behind the race leader. We'll check in back here, see how this long train of cars is going. Looks like just nowhere to pass, nowhere to go for multiple drivers out here tonight. Just looks like they're kind of stuck here early in tonight's Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110 here at Phoenix at ISM Raceway. Once again, want to thank each and every one of you race fans for joining us here tonight on Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Darkside Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back in the Turn 3 Racing Network. We do appreciate it each and every time you stop by, whether you're the casual viewer, the fan, friend, or family. We certainly appreciate it each and every time you check in with us. Katie Osmond continues to leave Steve Baker. There you see the gap beginning to grow as Baker has got Medford to deal with. Medford trying to keep the spot 2-3 wide. Now as Dustin Ping is right here in the mix as well. That's something Osmond has got to like to see in his mirror. Those drivers mixing it up right behind him, and that's going to let him step away from the rest of the field, and he's going to enjoy a little bit over a 1 second gap now that looks like about a 10-15 car race length over the rest of the field. looking back through the field. Want to take a minute to focus in back here with the 24 of Matthew McMeekin, not having as good of a start as maybe he would have liked. Falling through the field 6 positions from where he started here tonight, now running in the 21st spot. So McMeekin having a little bit of trouble early here at ISM. Now sitting right behind that 57 of Damon Cox, looking to the inside going into turn number 1. Looks to roll the center on the bottom, the 57 up there on the top. Power getting down on the bottom, and here comes Doug Wasaki. Wasaki looking to take the position way down on the apron. He's going to grab the spot. 2 for 1 right there for Wasaki. Contact into the outside wall goes McMeekin, 4 wide for a minute now. The 4 of Michael Messingill. He's going to make his way by just in front of McMeekin there. So just a brief moment, and McMeekin into the outside wall after some slight contact, and Wasaki going to get a 2 for 1 there through that last lap, that last time by. And I wonder if the tempers are going to flare a little bit here after some slight contact. Rubbing is racing, but you know how race car drivers can be. Meanwhile, back at the front, this battle not going away. Second, third, fourth, fifth, all still right here under a blanket with each other. Steve Baker slowly starting to gap Dustin Ping. Ping still embroiled in a battle with with Chris Medford and Brandon Medford. Those two Falcon Motorsports drivers turning in some good lap times right now. Some of the fastest on the track, as a matter of fact. Last time by, Chris Medford was your second fastest driver on track. So those Falcon Motorsports drivers trying to do all they can to dethrone the Dirty Air Motorsports drivers going into the final few races. Just 2 more races after tonight to get the team championship sewed up. Dirty Air Motorsports sitting with a 26-point lead over Falcon Motorsports. Then Blackhawk Motorsports sitting right there, 49 points behind Dirty Air Racing. So Dirty Air Racing needing to improve a little bit here tonight, running right now in the 7th, 8th, 9th, and I believe 16th positions. That's not going to fare very well, as Wasaki, both of the Medford boys, and Tyler Hilton having a good run. Both Brandon and Chris Medford 4th and 5th on track right now. Tyler Hilton sitting in 14th, and then Doug Wasaki back in the 20th position. So gaining some points here. The good run by the Medford boys back at the front. Now things starting to stretch out just a little bit throughout the rest of the field. And then right here, looks like we've got a little bit of a log jam with those Dirty Air Motorsports drivers. Lance Yancey, Brian Mescal Jr., Brian Littleton all packed up 1, 2, 3 with each other right here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Good for team points as long as there's not a problem. Very close racing right there between teammates off of turn number 3. Lance Yancey has the inside. Brian Mescal Jr. being led by Brian Littleton, going to take the outside down into turn number 1. And here comes Thomas Light, the 98 of Thomas Light. Going to try to make the run on the high side. Not going to be there. Now looking to make a run down on the inside. And caution flag has come out. Looks like the 8 of Kendall Levron may have had some issues. He's backed in to the fence there in turn number 1. So we'll back up here, see what happened with our turn 3 replay. Oh, and there you see Levron on the binders trying to get woed up, and unfortunately not able to get slowed down in time. The 7 with a little bit of a shove. Brian Kaufman, a little bit of shove on the 8 machine, and around Levron goes. No real hard contact. Doesn't look like there was hard contact. We'll look at it one more time from a different angle here. Down into 1, and Kaufman into the rear of Levron. Other than that contact right there, Levron should be no worse for the wear. Doesn't look like there was anybody else involved in that incident. So those 2 drivers will be down onto pit road. We'll go ahead and take a live look back in with Kendall Levron and the rest of the field as they make their way down pit road, being led by your race leader, the 88 of Katie Osmond. Whew. That's a good opening run. Good little opening stint here for these RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company Arca Menards K&N Series drivers. 25 laps out of the 110 scheduled in the official race distance. Who's going to get off of pit road first on the first stop? Ooh, looks like Chris Medford gonna walk away. Or actually, no, I apologize. That was a driver caught up and on pit road already. So Katie Osmond actually gonna come off of pit road first, followed by Steve Baker, Chris Medford, Dustin Ping, Brandon Medford, and Brian Snare. Brian Littleton, Lance Yancey, Thomas Light, and Brian Mescal Jr. will round out your top 10. And I tell you what, while we've got a chance, while we've got a second here under caution, we're going to go ahead and see if we can't catch a few words, catch a few moments in with tonight's race sponsor, driver of that 98 machine, Thomas Lightus. Dave in the booth, you got a copy?
I got you, Dave.
Hey, but we're not one to go right here, are we?
Negative.
Okay, just wanted to double check before we had a brief moment to talk to you. Wanted to talk to you about a few things. Big shout out and thank you for sponsoring tonight's race, the Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110. Also the title sponsor of the series all year long. Thomas, how's it feel to be such a big contributor to a great racing league, and just what's your thoughts behind everything that you do here in particular?
Well, it's such a great guys that's in this league. Just glad to play a part wherever I can, and it's actually good advertisement. We're licensed in about 6 or 7 states out here on the East Coast, so I feel like it's probably not a bad advertising investment, and we're 1 to green here, so we'll be going green soon.
All right, buddy. Well, we wish you luck, elbows up, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk to you a little bit later down there.
10-4.
All right, there you have it. That was the 98 of Thomas Light on board right now with that 98 for this restart. We'll see how it goes for him right here. There you have it, just above the driver's visor. This is what he sees. You got it right here. Coming to the green flag on board with tonight's race sponsor, the 98 of Thomas Light Electric Company, bringing you the Disaster Relief Food Ministries on the gas. Green flag flies once again here in ISM Raceway. Thomas Light back on the gas, trying to make his way by Brian Mescal Jr., Brian Littleton right there, as well as Lance Yancey, the 77 right there on the outside. Now looking to the inside is that 98, 2-3 wide down the back stretch, down the dog leg, down into turn number 3. Oh my goodness. It's pretty wild right there. Steve Baker hanging on that right front of that 98 machine. Oh my goodness, that was close. We'll back it up to another camera here, give you some more of this great action here from ISM Raceway. If you want, head on down into the description. You can check out some more great track cameras, car cameras, provided to you by us on all the great cameras. Oh, 3 wide here at the front. Lance Yancey 3 wide, Steve Baker, Thomas Light, Brian Littleton right there, almost 3 wide. Going through the dog leg once again. My goodness, my friends, we have got ourselves a hot and heavy race at hand. Dustin Ping here trying to track back down Katie Osmond. This field has not let go just yet. And oh my goodness, race fans, how you doing? Miss Linda, I apologize. First and foremost, thank you for coming back in. Do apologize about the first one. For some reason, it just wasn't liking things that I was trying to do, so I knew the easy way to go was to restart things. I do apologize. Thank you for joining back in. Snare, thank you for joining back in as well. Man, whew, I thought I lost you guys for real. Glad to see you back there in the chat. Up at the front of this field, we have got ourselves a battle. Dustin Ping battling with Chris Medford. They're trying to track down that 88 of Katie Osmond. Osmond, a familiar man at the front of the field. There you see it once again scrolling by on your ticker. Osmond in the green. He is your championship leader coming into tonight's race with just 3 races to go. So we've got tonight and 2 more races before we can crown a champion here in the RFC Next Gen Light Electric Company ARCA Menards K&N Series. Dustin Ping running in the 4th position. Brian Snare in the 45 right behind him. There you see him highlighted in red as well as Brian Littleton. Those are drivers in the top 5 that's still mathematically coming into tonight's race. As long as Osmond had a catastrophic failure, had a shot at dethroning him over the next 3 races, as well as the 77 of Lance Yancey, who came into tonight race sitting 2nd in the points championship. He's got the best shot, but he's running back in the 10th spot, mired in traffic, as well as the driver sitting in 3rd in the championship points, Brian Mescal Jr., that 33, not having the best of run right now. Dustin Ping still trying to make his way by Brandon Medford, and then he'll have to deal with the other Falcon Motorsports driver sitting right there in front of him. Chris Medford, the driver in the 84 machine, has got that thing dialed up, ready to go. Lap 35 out of 110 scheduled in tonight's official race distance, already in the books. And race fans, I tell you what, this is going to be a one heck of a run to the end of the season, and I can't wait for next season. Xfinity cars coming out here in the next gen series. Gonna be one heck of a show, I can assure you that. Gonna have some great racing, great road courses out there. Now gonna look back here at the battle. One of the biggest movers in the race right now. You're looking at him right there on your screen. That 6 machine of Eric Blount. He has made up a total of 10 positions from his starting position, now running in the 12th spot, and he is looking to pass the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., now still running in line. Lance Yancey right there in front of him, so I wonder if that 77 machine, that Pennzoil machine, maybe holding the 33 and the 6 up just a little bit. Now looking to the dog leg, not going to have it just yet. The 00 of Roy Hyde tracking just behind this 6 of Eric Blunt, very fast here over the past few laps. One of the quicker drivers over the past few laps, tied right there for 3rd on the lap time. That last time by. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, the man of the minute, the man of the hour, ISM Raceway race leader, Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110, sees Katie Osmond continue to dominate here tonight. Took the race lead on lap number 1 from outside pole position and has not looked back. Has led every single lap since then. So pretty much all 39 laps going to Katie Osmond. He continues his dominance here. Can he put a 3rd race win in the book here this season? Join the ranks of Steve Baker with a 3rd win. Could he possibly go on a run and win 2 or 3 more here in these final 3 races? Well, that's why we tune in, and that's what we're here for, race fans, here tonight. That 88 of Katie Osmond is trying to go ahead and sew up his championship early before we head to the final 2 races. Osmond with a 15-car race lead, 7/10 of a second over Chris Medford. Brandon Medford running in 2nd and 3rd. Dustin Ping, Steve Baker rounds out your top 5. Going to go back here to a little bit of a battle, a scrum going on between Zachary Taylor, Thomas Light, Lance Yancey, Brian Mescal Jr. All of these drivers battling for position as well right now on track. My goodness, a lot of good battles going on back here around 19th, 20th. Look at this 3-4 car battle going on between Damon Cox, Brian Kaufman, Jimmy Hetrick, Doug Wasaki, Travis Smith just behind them. There you see him. Travis Smith way off back there in the background. Not used to seeing him this far off pace. About a good 10, 11 seconds back. I am not even quite sure. Travis Smith not having a very good night in that number 9 machine. See what's going on back here. That number 9 just looks like he's just struggling a little bit. About 15 seconds off of your race leader. So usually when we see that 9 on the track, usually we see him making his way through the field, but that is not the case here tonight. Struggling out there is that 9 of Smith. Back at the front inside the top 10, there you see the big battle, the big line of cars. That goes all the way back. This long train of single file cars goes all the way back from the second spot being held by Chris Medford. You can count them all down, the Medford brothers. Right there, it's second and third. Dustin Ping in fourth. Steve Baker still running in the 5th spot. Brian Snare in 6th. 7th place, Brian Littleton. Zachary Taylor in 8th. Thomas Light in 9th. And Lance Yancey rounds out your top 10. Brian Skill Jr. right there knocking on the door in 11th. There you see that 33 trying to make a pass. Looking, just sticks the nose just to the inside of that 77. Looking, not going to have the pass. Gonna have to go another lap or two before he can get that done. Now Osmond steps out to just over a 1 second race lead. And something we got to keep in mind here, we're about 24 laps from when these drivers last hit pit road. Tires are going to be a premium. Phoenix is known for known for being pretty brutal on the tires. That turn 3 that turn 3 can be a doozy. Brian Mescal Jr., after pressuring the 77 of Lance Yancey, finally makes the pass. He's going to set his sights down on Thomas Light and Zachary Taylor. Brian Littleton just right in front of them, running in the 7th spot. And, you know, I tell you what, race fans, you're the ones out there. You're the ones why we're here. You're the ones we do this for. There you see the colors at the top of the screen, as I alluded to what they are. Why don't you tell me what you'd like to see for the colors there? It can be any color. Let's not make it too complicated. You know, let's keep it kind of simple. I'd rather stay away from yellow. But let's see what your colors are for your top 5 in your championship leader. These colors will also be used if we have a chase format. Just keep that in mind for your chase drivers and the drivers that are locked in. So let's go ahead and give the fans the vote on that. What 2 colors do you want? I tell you what, Miss Linda, what 2 colors you want up there in the ticker? Field makes its way around this 1 mile D-shaped oval here down in the desert. Avondale, Arizona. Chris Medford makes his way into 2nd spot. Brandon Medford just behind him. The Medford brothers swapping positions there for just a moment. Steve Baker continues to run in 4th. 5th place, Brian Snare. Dustin Ping still in 6th. 7th, Brian Littleton. Zachary Taylor still in 8th. 9th, Thomas Light. Brian Mescal Jr. rounds out your top 10. And I tell you what, now Katie Osmond has just kind of set sail. There you see him right there at the front of the field, just stepped away altogether right now. Man, oh man, that has got to be a pretty good feeling when you can get a run out there like that. There you see one of the onboard cameras riding with that 88 of Katie Osmond, looking back at the field from the driver side window net. And there you see, nice clear track in front of your race leader. He's got a little bit up in front of him before he gets to one of the back markers. I believe that may be the 11 machine of Gary Ragland. We'll have to wait and see until he gets a little bit closer, but I believe Ragland right there just in front of your race leader. There you see the distance back to your second place runner, Chris Medford. Medford 1.5 seconds behind your race leader, and that's what it looks like. It doesn't look like it's that long, but it's that far, trust me. Yeah, I'm just not sure about the red. It kind of makes me think something happened, like something's wrong with those drivers. You know, I don't know. I was thinking, why not a blue or something? You know, let's go with like a blue and an orange. Turn 3 colors. Hey, what do you say? Sounds good right there. But I mean, I asked you, and if you like it, that's the way we're gonna leave it. All right, after a brief moment here for myself to get a little thought process going, a little things going on in my head here. And this can be very dangerous things going on in my head, I can tell you that much. Brian Snare is dropping through the field now Steve Baker dropping through the field as Brian Snare has made his way by Dustin Ping right there now running in the 6th spot. Brian Littleton trying to get up to this 3-car scrum, and that's going to let your top 3 break away just a little bit more. So we'll continue to watch this 3-car battle between Brian Snare, Steve Baker, and Dustin Ping, making their way through turn number 1 right now. Back through the track, down through the dog leg here. 45 of Snare still leads this trio of cars back to turn number 3 now. Gonna look for a few more battles out here on track. Look like we've got another 3-car battle going on right here. Eric Blount just in front of Gordon Larson Jr. and Tyler Hilton mixing it up for 13th, 14th, and 15th on track right now. There you see Hilton making the pass on that 01 of Larson Jr. Jr. now looking to make his way off a 3, try to get a run back towards him. Not gonna make it right there as well. All right, well, done. Next week, even regardless of how the championship's going to run out, we're going to go ahead and throw it back up there for you just so you can get a preview of how the things are going to look next season in the championship when we start working our way down that route. So we'll go ahead and we'll do the blue and orange. And yeah, I think that might look all right. We'll see how that all works. Once again, that's why we love each and every one of you for joining us each and every time you do here. That's why we do things. If it wasn't for you, there would be no us. So a big shout out to you guys in the chat interacting, giving us your ideas on what you like, what you want. And, we're proud to bring it to you here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So we'll get that hooked up and ready to go for you by next Sunday. Or actually, I apologize, won't be next Sunday. We race in 2 weeks. Gonna go ahead and throw that up for your upcoming races. We head to Texas next in 2 weeks. So go ahead and enjoy a week off, reset, rewind, or not rewind, or maybe you do need to rewind. I don't know. I don't know your life. You know what I mean? Reset, get ready to fire things off for the final 2 races here in the RFC Next Gen Light Electric Company ARC Menards K&N Series. It has been one heck of a season we have had, I believe, all together. Let's look at the list. 12 different race winners this season in 16 different races. So it's been tough. It's been rough. And Katie Osmond has proved that consistency will pay off. That's kind of right there, Snare. Alrighty then. I kind of had nothing else to go to there. Well, you know, Sunday night, Miss Linda, I think we're still going to have some things going on. I think we'll have some fun runs, maybe some special events coming up. I think an all-star race may have a few in-car driver views and things of that nature coming up. So look for a special all-star event coming up, I believe, in December. So keep your ears peeled for that one. Keep your eyes peeled on the Facebook pages over there on the RFC Next Gen media pages. Keep your eyes peeled for all the information coming up on that as well over on the Dark Side Dave Facebook page. We'll have some great information coming out about that great race coming to you here. But task at hand right now, ISM Raceway, round number 18 here in the RFC Next Gen Light Electric Company ARC Menards K&N Series. And Katie Osmond, your points standings leader coming into tonight's race. Well, he has stepped away from the field once again, knocking on the door of a 2-second race lead over Chris and Brandon Medford. These two Falcon Motorsports drivers continued for a while to race each other, and then Chris has just kind of stepped away and took off and left Brandon behind. And Brandon left the deal with Steve Baker, Brian Snare, and Dustin Ping. There you see these 4 cars back about 4 seconds behind your race leader, running with each other nose to tail and trying to sort things out. And these drivers, they've been out here for quite a while, just about 40 laps or so on these tires so far. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and look at this tire strategy, even though I know they're all pretty much the same. And oh, look at that, just like that, pit road action underway. Chris Medford, Steve Baker, Brian Mescal Jr. all to pit road that time. So just 3 cars gonna make the break to pit road that time by your race leader. Katie Osmond continues to stay out on the track. How long will he stay out there? How long is he willing to give up the time? It looks like he's gonna stay out. Oh no, slowing down now. Down onto pit road is your race leader. That's gonna give the lead up to the rest of the field. And oh, looks like most of them going to come to pit road. The one of Dustin Ping, he's going to stay out. Dustin Ping stayed out 1 extra lap. Now make it 2. Ping gonna stretch this thing out. Maybe turn tonight's Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110 into a fuel mileage race. You know it's been done before. ISM Raceway has been known to lend itself to fuel mileage strategy racetrack. Will we see that unfold before our eyes here tonight? Dustin Ping sitting in the top spot right now, running a 29-28. First driver to hit pit road and come back out on track. We'll take a look back here. Katie Osmond listed as the first driver, 1 lap down as more drivers hit pit road. Zachary Taylor, Thomas Light, Gordon Larson Jr. all to pit road this time by. That's going to leave just 7 drivers now. Michael Massengill going to come to pit road. 27.91 that last time by for Katie Osmond, and a 28 flat for Dustin Ping, your race leader. So quite a difference on lap time right there. Well, actually not very much, only about a 1/10 of a second difference. So looks like those fresh tires not necessarily paying off, but Dustin Ping, there you see it, Katie Osmond making the pass. And that pretty much tells you when Ping hits pit road, Osmond's going to make the pass and come back by, and just like that, here comes that one of Dustin Ping to pit road this time. Race leader going to be the 82 of Tyler Hilton, going to get handed the race lead as Dustin Ping comes to pit road this time by. What will the 82 do? He's going to stay out on the track, continue to run here. And this is where we're going to start seeing that fuel strategy, that tire strategy really come into play once we have all this big mix of pit stop. More pit stops underway as Dustin Ping still down on pit road. Looks like Melvin Young and Damon Cox to pit road this time by. Tyler Hilton continues his track out there right now. Green flag pit stop still underway. Multiple cars down very early. We've got this field very strung out. Not a lot of cars left on the lead lap. Looks to be about 14 cars now back onto the lead lap as more drivers hit pit road. Tyler Hilton going to come this time by. That's going to give the race lead to the 6 of Eric Blount. Blount going to stay out on track. Last time Blount was on pit road was lap 24. We are working our way on lap number 25, so almost 50 laps on the tires out here for that number 6, and a little bit of the pit strategy looks like this right now. There you see it, 50 lap old tires for Blount. Wasaki as well. Osmond with fresh tires, 6 lap tires right there. Medford Baker, 6-7 lap tires as well. So Eric Blount extending this run here. Gotta wonder if it's gonna pay off or not. He's gonna have much fresher tires at the end, but is it gonna be enough to get them to the front of the field when it matters? And you know, without a caution, I don't think this is going to work out for that 6 of Eric Blount, as he's going to come to pit road this time by. That's going to leave Doug Wasaki at the helm of the Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110 here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Do want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight. And I'll tell you what, haven't had a chance to do it here yet, but why not? Go ahead and do it. We'll go back here, give you a little bit of action as we head down trackside. We're going to mute the mic for just a brief moment, head down trackside, give you what you want, what you need, and we'll go ahead and shut up, mute the mics, and throw a little bit of turn it up. On board with the driver sitting in the second position, driver of the 55 machine, Steve Baker. He's trying to chase down Katie Osmond. Osmond has a 3-second race lead over the field right now. Can Osmond break in to the 3-win category and be the only other driver sitting there with Steve Baker? Baker trying to go up there and upset Osmond's attempt at getting that done tonight from ISM Raceway, this time by 25 laps remaining in the Disaster Relief Food Ministries. This has been one heck of a show here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Do want to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of you out there joining us here tonight on the YouTube side of things. Each and every time you take a moment to join us, whether you're a fan, friend, family, or just the casual viewer here, or the random stopper buyer here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we do appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Darkside Dave in the cave here in the Turn 3 Racing Network booth, or anybody else back at the track or back at the headquarters at Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's Muth in the booth, Big Al, Chris, Rick, Danny, KR, Cody. I can't forget about my good buddy Cody. Cody, unfortunately not able to be with us here tonight. Had some real life things to handle and take care of, and congratulations and all that. Hope that all went well for you. If you're listening out there, Cody, congratulations, man. I couldn't be prouder and happier for you. I hope everything turned out well this weekend for you, and we'll just let Cody explain everything to you in 2 weeks when he gets back here with us, when we head to Texas. No limits in 2 weeks for what will be one of the final 2 races left here this season in the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company ARC Menards K&N Series. We're watching the 55 of Steve Baker still continue to try to track down Katie Osmond, but he's not going to be able to. Looks like Osmond is slowly beginning to pad that race lead now, 3.5 seconds in front of Baker. Baker better watch his rear view mirror, though, because here comes Medford, driver of that 84 machine. Chris Medford now on the move, just 7/10 off of Baker's rear bumper. He's going to have to watch out over these final 20 laps remaining when we cross the stripe this time by. Oh, my goodness, race fans, we've got ourselves pretty much a championship in the bag. Look at this right here. The man on screen, the man of the hour, Katie Osmond, out front, leading this field, has pretty much dominated this entire race, has pretty much led every single lap except for green flag pit cycle laps. Osmond, man, oh man, he has put the field on notice. Championship will be his if he can work this thing on out to the end. All he's got to do is finish inside the top 20, and then mathematically it will be impossible for anyone else to take that championship away from Osmond. So Osmond just a few more miles before he can see his championship hopes come to fruition. Gonna cross the line to take 18 laps remaining for that 88 of Osmond. Championship hopes on the line. And speaking of championships, last season's champion, the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., he's been in the hunt all season long right now, running in the side of your top 10 right there in that 10th and final spot in the top 10. Last season's champion not going the way he wanted his defense to be, sitting third in the point standings coming into tonight's race. It looks like his championships, his back-to-back hopes, going to go out the window here tonight as Osmond continues his domination over the field here at ISM Raceway in round number 18 in the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company ARC Menards K&N Series I tell you what, let's see if we've got any more race battles on hand. Looks like Roy Hyde, he's right here, trying to move away from Brian Littleton. Dirty Air Racing kind of all just stacked up with each other. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th place as they run on the track. Going to check in with a few other drivers as they run through the field. .15 lap to go mark. KD Osmond continues his domination over the field right now. 3, almost 4 second race lead, but the battle right now inside the top 5. There you see it beginning to come into play. Brandon Medford, Brian Snare right here. There you see these two drivers, 4th and 5th on track, sitting about 10 seconds behind your race leader. I apologize. Brian Snare trying to get his 45 machine up there into the 4th spot. Dustin Ping just behind these two drivers. They receive Ping about 1 second back from the 45 of Snare. This is your closest battle on track. Chris Medford, Steve Baker, that battle's beginning to get a little bit closer. We'll watch that. Keep our eye posted on that. Go back up there, show you anything going on for the battle between 2nd and 3rd place. So both of the Medfords embroiled in battles right now here late as we make our way down to just 13 laps to go, 13 miles for these RFC Next Gen Light Electric Company Orca Menards K&N Series drivers to try to get the job done. Does anybody have what it takes? Will Osmond make a mistake? Because that's going to be what it's going to take. It's going to take Osmond making a mistake, maybe another driver making a mistake, having a caution, and then maybe some carnage and chaos on the restart. That's going to be the only way that anybody's going to have anything to do with Katie Osmond winning tonight's race. Tonight's Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110 being brought to you by Thomas Light. Thomas Light also sponsoring the title sponsor here in the Light Electric Company RFC Next Gen Arca Menards K&N Series. A big shout out to Thomas for all he's done all season long, and a big move there on the outside for Brian Snare. He makes the pass. He puts Brandon Medford back to the 5th spot. Let's see if he can snake away, because Dustin Ping has closed in. He's right there running in 6th. And Ping, he wants to put that one machine up inside the top 5. He's knocking on the door right now, running in the 6th spot. This is one of your closest battles on track. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and throw up one of our battle boxes here for you. There you see Doug Wasaki just behind Dustin Ping. 1 lap down, sitting in the 19th spot. Keeping our eye on the battle right here. Dustin Ping trying to take the spot away from Medford. There you see Brian Snare is beginning to step away from this 2-car battle. That 45 had made the pass on Brandon Medford for the 4th spot and has started to step away. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Steve Baker, Chris Medford, that battle is about a half a second between those two drivers. So we'll watch this for just a few more moments, then head back up front with the battle for 2nd and 3rd position on track right now. Oh, Dustin Ping looking to the inside of Medford down to turn number 1 drag race. Who's going to be willing to stay on the gas? Laid on the brakes, sliding up the track just a little bit is that one machine. Now trying to get the run off of the corner. Going to cut the corner short, run the dog leg, but so is Medford. Medford keeps the momentum up on the high side into turn 3. He's going to clear the 1 through the center of 3 now, trying to put the power back down and build the gap. He's got a 1-car length race lead now. He's going to begin to pull away. We'll go back up front. Check this battle out for the 2nd and 3rd position as they've got the 21st runner, the 86 of Travis Arthur, just behind them. Arthur being scored off of the lead lap. I believe Travis Arthur being scored 2 laps down here tonight, running in the 24th position, but can Chris Medford get up there and take that second spot away from Steve Baker. We'll wait and see how that all unfolds. Brian Snare with a good healthy little margin now back to Brandon Medford. Dustin Ping, that battle continues to rage on. About 3/10 separates those two drivers. Brian Littleton now looking for a pass on Zachary Taylor. That is for the 7th and 8th spot. We'll look at this for just a brief moment. We've got some small battles going on all over the track. Roy Hyde looking for a pass on Brian Mescal Jr. Tyler Hilton looking to try to close some distance on Lance Yancey as well. 5 laps remaining in tonight's Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110 here in the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company ARCA Menards K&N Series from ISM Raceway. Round number 18 has seen domination at its core. This 88 machine of K.D. Osmond has absolutely put everybody on notice. I mean, I've said it multiple times here in the past 10-15 minutes, but he has absolutely served the field, the entire field here tonight. We started with 26 drivers in tonight in the Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110. We still have 14 drivers on the lead lap. Gordon Larson Jr. being scored as the last car in the lead lap, and he is just in front of that 88 of K.D. Osmond, as Osmond's going to see popsicle sticks. 2 laps remaining here from ISM Raceway. Just 2 more miles, and that 88 driver of that Sun Drop Light Electric Company ARCA Menards K&N Chevy Impala will see his championship dreams happen. The reason he started this season, the reason he's here, can he get the job done and sew it all up? White flag, 1 to go, final lap here tonight in Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110, brought to you by Thomas Light and the Light Electric Company ARCA Menards K&N Series. Man, oh man, Osmond gonna cut the dog leg for the final time, gonna cross the stripe. As long as he hits through turn 3 right here, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Down through 3, off the corner, back across the line. Your race winner, your season champion, the 88 of K.D. Osmond has got the job done here tonight. Steve Baker gonna come home in second. Chris Medford in third. Brian Snare gonna secure that 4th spot. Great run for him, finishing inside the top 5. Brandon Medford right there in 5th. Dustin Ping in 6th. 7th will be Zachary Taylor. Brian Littleton in 8th. 9th, Brian Mescal Jr. and Roy Hyde will round out your top 10. My goodness, what a race here from ISM Raceway. K.D. Osmond down there gonna enjoy a little bit of celebrations here as the field all coming to congratulate him. We're going to get things set up, ready to go for our post-race interview. So, grab yourself a little bit of a drink. We're going to take a brief moment. We'll be back here in just a second with your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. back trackside here at ISM Raceway. Man, what a race we had here tonight in the Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110. Had some great runs, long green flag run here tonight at ISM Raceway. Let's see if we can't catch up with the driver that finished in third here tonight. Let's see if we can't catch in with that 84 of Chris Medford. How you doing? It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure do.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? How you feeling?
A little worn out. This is one of those tracks that you're really on the edge. For as much as these cars de-wedge themselves all the way around all the way on the track, it's a handful.
Well, man, you've had a good season all season long here. Unfortunately, not able to get up and get another race win. You've got 2 to your name so far this season. Do you think, heading off into the final 2 races this season, you think you can punch a ticket one more time and get a third race win? Maybe, I don't know, maybe at Texas?
I don't know. I mean, this field is just stacked. It can be anybody's game. So KD's obviously the one on top of this game right now. Steve had a good run. Brian's hanging in there. We're missing Troy this week, and Tyler, it's a stacked field, so it can be anybody's game to win Texas or wherever the heck the last race is at. We're all good drivers, clean drivers, and race each other hard.
Well, man, once again, I want to congratulate you on a great finish here tonight, walking away with a second place here in the Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110. Before we let you go, Chris, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of the car?
Yep, well, thank you and everybody from Turn 3 Racing Network to put the broadcast on and being on the cars. I'm running Troy's paint scheme this weekend to celebrate the National Kidney Foundation and also the Look at Finn project. I didn't say this, I think it was last week, but thank you, Ray Radford, for sponsoring last week. Thanks to my sponsors of my primary car, Race for Riley, Brucey Raceware, Falcon Motorsports, and also shout out to my mom. I know it's last month, but I said breast cancer awareness runs huge in my family, so shout out to all the breast cancer survivors and fighters. Shout out to my teammates. They push each other to the limit to make each other better, so that's always fun. So yeah.
All right, my man. We'll take the week off, reset, and we'll look forward to seeing you at Texas.
Thanks, Dave. Have a good one.
All right, there you have it. Some final words from the driver finishing in the third position here tonight. Driver of that 84 machine, and there you see him. He's going ahead and climbing out of the car. He's had enough here tonight from ISM, and that's going to bring us to the driver that finished in the second position here tonight. Tried to chase down that 88 machine of Osmond, but not being able to. Still going to walk away with a great finish, walking away with second here tonight. Driver of that 55 machine, Steve Baker. How you doing? It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Dave.
Hey, my man. You were charging there at the end, but unfortunately just not close enough to close the distance, and gonna have to settle for second here today.
Yeah, I think we had one shot there when we were starting second on a restart, and just didn't take full advantage of it. Then fell back to about seventh or so and had to use up the tires to get back through the field and just didn't catch another caution. Dale didn't make any mistakes.
Well, knowing that you have a week off and then 2 more races to go, the season championship is kind of out the door. You're the only driver, or you were the only driver with 3 wins on the season. With Osmond winning tonight, that's going to bring him into the category with you. Do you look over the next 2 races that we have, the final 2 races, Texas and then to Kansas? Do you look at either of those as a must-win, just kind of to put a stamp on things, like, I may not have got the championship, but at least I won the most?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll come back out. This might be my last one for the year. We missed probably half the season, so wasn't really trying to fight for the championship, but it was fun to come out and win some races. But yeah, I think Dale walked away with the season title, and he definitely deserved tonight's win. Didn't make any mistakes, but yeah, if we get back out, I think those will be some fun tracks. Mile and a halfs aren't my favorite, but you never know.
All right, Steve. Well, once again, congratulations on another great race finish. Always a pleasure to see you on track when you do get out here on track, and usually end up here talking to me at the end of things. So once again, hats off to you for some great runs throughout the season, and congratulations on your second place. Before we let you go, do you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of the car?
Yeah, just Turn 3, you for the broadcast, Damon, Troy, everybody who puts on the show here, and everybody who shows up. Thank the wife for letting me come out and race, and that's it. Yeah.
All right, my man. We'll look forward to seeing you. Maybe if you get a chance to, we'll catch up with you at our final 2 races. If not, we'll see you next season.
All right, thanks, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Some final words from the driver finishing in second, driver with 3 wins to his record this season. And, well, it's time to get to the man of the hour, the only one left to talk, the only one that matters, the man of the hour. My goodness, dominating tonight's Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110. I've had a chance to catch up with your race winner and, well, your season champion, the 88 of Katie Osmond. Man, you got to be feeling pretty smooth right now.
Yeah, oh man, it's awesome. Especially ending on a dominant night tonight, and there's 2 races left, but unofficially I think I have it locked up, so I'm just gonna wait for that to become official, and then I can start enjoying that championship too.
Well, Katie, I mean they probably won't make it official until the final race, but mathematically after tonight's race win, it would be impossible for anybody to catch you. It was going to take a miracle pretty much here tonight. As long as you finish the race, you were pretty much going to lock that up. So congratulations on that. But you took care of business the good old-fashioned way, and that was by showing up and dominating here tonight at ISM Raceway. Was the car that good when you and the crew unloaded?
Yeah, and this is one of the racetracks I had, marked on my calendar when this season first started. This one in Martinsville, they just really suit my driving style, especially in a car like this, where it's you've got to have throttle control. So I showed up at both of those tracks and won them, but the car was just really solid tonight. It was just how I wanted it.
Well, man, now you've put yourself in another column here in this season, and that's in the 3-win column. There's only one other driver, and that was the driver that finished in second here, just behind you, Steve Baker. You and him are the only 2 drivers with 3 wins to your name. Knowing that the championship is in the bag, does that make you approach our final 2 races, Texas in 2 weeks, followed up by Kansas? Does that make you approach them a little different? Maybe going out there just to absolutely win and get maybe a 4th, possibly 5th race win on the season?
Yeah, definitely. All the races previous, I've just been going out and shooting for solid runs. If I found my spot, and if I found myself in a spot where I could win, I went for it. But I was starting, I'm going for just a solid finish. But, with these last 2 races, I'm going to be on the hunt for a win for both of them.
Well, Katie, my man, once again, congratulations on a dominating performance here tonight, leading pretty much the entire race. I mean, maybe 95 laps out of the 110. So, once again, a dominating performance by you and that Sundrop Light Electric Company, Arca Menards K&N Series crew. A heck of a job all season long securing the championship here tonight. Before we let you go, you want to give any special shout-outs for the season championship? You want to give any big thank yous, love yous? And then I want something from you personally. I want you to go ahead and burn that thing one more time for us, just for the heck of it. Congratulations, man. Heck of a season.
Yeah, definitely. Huge thanks to my sponsor, Ohio Indiana Roofing Company. They're amazing. My teammates, we had great runs tonight, all of us. Um, the series sponsor, Light Electric, I mean, they really stepped up with the sponsorship, and it's awesome. Everyone who shows up to these things, I mean, we had a 26 car field, which is honestly a little light for us, but we had a one caution race, I think, and we went green to the end. Um, all the admins, it takes so much work to be able to put these things on and have such a great field out here. And as always, thank you guys for broadcasting.
All right, my man. Well, we appreciate the kind words, and we've appreciated everything you've done all season long. So once again, I'm going to throw my request out and go ahead and burn that thing on down. Enjoy your championship, my man. It's been a pleasure.
Yep, definitely. Thank you so much.
All right, there you have it. Your race winner. You're an official season champion here in the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company Arca Menards K&N Series. My goodness, look at them burn it down. That 88 of KD Osmond has done what he set out to do so far all season long, and that's win the championship, burning it down here tonight. Ooh, yeah, baby, that's right. Walking away with the race win, walking away with the championship here after a dominating performance. That 88 of Katie Osmond enjoying it. Do appreciate him going out there and burning that thing slap. Hammer down to the ground for us here. Man, what a great way to celebrate. And looks like producers telling me what time it is. Well, race fans, you know what time it is. Gonna run down your unofficial race results here tonight, walking away with the race win, putting the season championship in the bag. The 88 Sundrop Light Electric Company Arca Menards K&N Series driver, the 88 of Katie Osmond. Steve Baker in the 55 crew gonna walk away in second. Third place will go to the 84 of Chris Medford. Brian Snare slotting home in fourth. Rounding out your top five, the 83 of Brandon Medford. Dustin Ping in the one machine slotting home in sixth. Seventh will be Zachary Taylor. Brian Littleton in the 80 crew walking away in eighth. Ninth will go to Brian Mescal Jr. the 00 of Roy Hyde. Walking away in 10th, Lance Yancey finishing in 11th. Tyler Hilton in 82 machine walking away in 12th. The 98 of Thomas Light gonna walk away in 13th. 14th place goes to the 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. Jimmy Hetrick will round out your top five. The 6th of Eric Blount gonna finish in 16th place. Michael Massengill gonna finish in 17th. 18th spot will go to Doug Wasaki. 19th position, Travis Smith. Melvin Young in the 10 machine gonna finish in 20th. 21st spot will go to Muddy Water Racing's 57 machine of Damon Cox. Gary Ragland in the 11 gonna come home in 22nd. Travis Arthur gonna walk away in 23rd. The 7 of Brian Kaufman gonna slot home in 24th. The 8 of Kendall Leveron after early contact here tonight in the Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110, brought to you by Thomas Light, gonna walk away in 25th, and Matthew McMeekin will round out the field for tonight's Disaster Relief Food Ministries 110. My goodness, it was a show. It was a race night. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We're gonna have 1 week off, then we'll head to Texas No Limits for our final 2 races. Will Katie Osmond put another race win in the book? He's already secured the championship. What's gonna happen? How's it gonna go down in 2 weeks in Texas? We'll wait to see when we get there. Hope to see you there. Until then, race fans, stay safe, stay loved. For myself, Darkside Dave in the cave, and everybody else back at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we do appreciate each and every time you join us. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Until then, stay safe, stay loved. We'll see you then.